What up? It's your boy Anon. I'm a little sick today. I just wanted to make this real quick while I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Getting some food. That's gumbo. You hear me? Gotcha. That's gumbo. Let's talk about DaBaby real quick. This is gonna be a quick video. Ain't gonna be a long commentary video like my other ones, but quick video like I've been doing, before. DaBaby. So DaBaby, a few months ago, he I think he had a show in New Orleans. It was somewhere in Louisiana. It might have been New Orleans. I can't remember. And I think he could barely sell 500 tickets. First of all, as a person that I wouldn't say stay in because I'm from here. But as a person who's from New Orleans and lives in New Orleans and interacts with people in New Orleans, DaBaby ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Lil Baby. I'm gonna tell you the artists that people rock with for the most part. I'm not gonna say everybody in New Orleans rock with him, but the rappers that the most people in New Orleans rock with: Lil Baby, Lil Durk, NBA YoungBoy, obviously, Kevin Gates, Rob 49, is Kodak Black. DaBaby isn't a common person that people in New Orleans that I know of. I'm not gonna say I know everybody in New Orleans, but when people talking about rappers in general, DaBaby isn't a consistent person. So for him to think, if it was in New Orleans, this is if it was in New Orleans, I can't remember right now. If he thought he was going to sell out a show in New Orleans, he could have. He might have done it before. But right now, you don't hear about DaBaby that much right now. But ever since then, I've seen academics talk about it. I think I seen Meek Mill talk about it. People are trying to say that, oh, they trying to blackball DaBaby for no reason. I think they trying to say Ebro's blackballing him and they're not pushing him on Apple Music and this and that. What if Ebro is trying to blackball DaBaby? Why? Why? What did DaBaby do to Ebro specifically? Because when Ebro quote unquote blackballs people, he does it to people who either have said something or have done something to him, or have said something and done something to people that he is cool with. So with Tory Lanez, a lot of people have blackballed Tory Lanez because of the whole Meg Thee Stallion situation, which I might do a video talking about that in my opinions on it, which I think I've done it before, but I don't know. They say he's blackballed by, they say NBA YoungBoy blackballed, Ebro blackballed NBA YoungBoy, which I don't think that's happening. Well, probably because Ebro works with Apple Music. Apple Music has something with Durk, so that's possible. But DaBaby, what is DaBaby doing to where Ebro or Apple Music will have an issue with him? Currently, you know what I'm saying? Better question, what has DaBaby done, or what has DaBaby not done to have people not rock with him? When you think about the things that anyone can possibly do as an artist to make people not like them or not want to support them anymore, DaBaby has done all of it. I don't want what I'm saying to get confused. Like I said, I'm sick, so it's a little harder for me to communicate what I'm trying to say. But I want to do this video because I haven't done a video on my channel in a minute. There's things as an artist, as a public figure, that you should not do, especially if you want to have a long-lasting, reputable brand. You understand what I'm saying? One of them things is, don't piss off the gay people. Don't piss off Jewish people. Don't make yourself seem unstable and irrational. Don't make yourself seem so over arrogant, and don't make yourself seem you kind of humble yourself, and pretty much everything will be good. What has DaBaby done in the past year? He's fought a fan, a woman actually. It was a woman I think he hit. He's fought one of his artists backstage. He's bashed gay people on Rolling Loud stage for no apparent reason, talking about something. If you was raise your hand. What he said? Cheer loud if you wasn't. I forgot what he was saying. It's some bullshit. His music has not evolved since he's came out. DaBaby, for the most part, has been trying to make the same song since Suge, which came out in 2019. If you've been making the same song for 3 years, and then every time we hear about you, it's never nothing good. It's never nothing positive. It's the baby fought this person. When Baby first started popping, he beat up some dude that he was beefing with in North Carolina at like the Gucci store or something like that. That was at the beginning of his career, but people let it slide until he kept doing it to random people. He was beating up fans. He was beating up his own artists. Like, he was making himself seem like, okay, this dude's unstable. Something's wrong with this dude. And then a video came out, I think it was earlier this year, showing what happened at Walmart, because DaBaby made it seem like, oh, they tried to rob me and I had to protect myself while I was with my kids. But when you look at the video, it looks like it was a couple fans talking to DaBaby, and he started a fight with them, and then when they tried to fight him back, he shot him. That's what it looked like in the video, from what I remember. I remember they coming up to DaBaby, trying to talk to him. It didn't look like they was trying to rob him. Nobody looked like they was trying to rob DaBaby. It looked like they was having a conversation with him. And then DaBaby punched on one of them. And then all you see is DaBaby flying off the camera, and he pulls out his gun, shoots him. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I get it. People like people who live their raps. But bro, you rich. I know I'm usually against that, especially when rappers get killed. This is the time when you should say you're rich, you shouldn't be in these situations. When you are fighting people for no reason, when you're shooting people for no reason. But when rappers die and people want to be on like, why was he in that situation? He rich, he shouldn't have to be in that situation, blah, blah, blah. I hate when people do that, because that's not a good reason. Anybody can die anytime at anywhere. To say, oh, you rich, you shouldn't be in a situation where you could get shot or where you could get killed. That's stupid. But if you are the person that's shooting and beating people up and killing people, yeah, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? So this narrative that people are trying to spread, saying DaBaby is being blackballed and they're doing DaBaby wrong. DaBaby is doing himself wrong. This is my opinion. If you feel like DaBaby is being blackballed, give me a reason to why DaBaby is being blackballed besides the stuff that he has done publicly himself. If DaBaby is being blackballed, it's his fault. He kind of blackballed himself. You know what I'm saying? Because usually, like, say, okay, say I'm a rapper, which I am a rapper. Well, I don't know why I say I'm a rapper. Say I got signed to a record label, and the record label wants me to be this certain person and this and that, and I'm kind of like, no, I want to do my own thing. I want this and that, blah, 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 blah. I somehow talk my way out of that label deal so I could do my own thing. I want to get my own money, build my own fan base. But now that I'm independent, I have no push. Nobody's going to push me. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? I got to kind of rebuild relationships because the label kind of was having a hand on it. But they stopped having hands on it, which is why I wanted my deal out. The label stopped so I can kind of die down. So when I go independent, I don't make as much money to the point where it seems like I need the label. You know what I'm saying? That kind of seems like a blackball, or that would be the closest thing to a blackball, is if the label kind of shelves you and then releases you to where you have no fan base. DaBaby is still signed to a record deal. I think he signed to what, Interscope? DaBaby is still signed to a record deal. DaBaby still gets what's the word? He's not. This is what I'm saying. DaBaby still gets signed to a record deal. They're still trying to push him in a sense. Even though he just surprise dropped a project, and the project wasn't, no. If he was being blackballed, he would probably get dropped, or he would probably get shelved, which means he would not have been able to drop that project, and he wouldn't be able to get any spotlight or anybody talking about him. They're talking about DaBaby being blackballed now because his record sales was low. But when DaBaby did a project with YoungBoy, the record sales was low. It was like, what, 30K first week? And YoungBoy usually do at least 100. YoungBoy, he gonna sell regardless. But when YoungBoy teamed up with DaBaby, he didn't. That's not a blackball, because YoungBoy is actually blackballed. Think about that. YoungBoy is actually blackballed, and he is still currently one of the highest selling artists in hip hop. He's still selling hundreds of thousands of records anytime he drops a project. YoungBoy. And he is blackballed. So I don't think DaBaby's blackballed. People just not rocking with him for good reasons. He's made it that way. He's not trying to innovate. He's not trying to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to believe anything DaBaby is saying. Actually, and didn't DaBaby like get on Instagram one time before he dropped his project with YoungBoy and say like, oh, Durk was waving the white flag and y'all better go talk to y'all big dog because this and that, nah, da, 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 da. if Young Boy is beefing with Durk, which is what people are saying is the reason why Young Boy is being blackballed, because Durk is kind of, he has like the most relationships and he kind of has more longevity compared to Young Boy. Why would you side with Young Boy? You could side with Young Boy and shut the fuck up. But you sided with Young Boy and then try to make it seem like Lil Durk was bowing down to you, and you know what I'm saying, trying to put you in wrestling terms, trying to put you over as, you know what I'm saying, this dominant force that he should be scared of. If you are being blackballed, that might be a reason. You know what I'm saying? You just shut the fuck up. Just do that. Make better music. Put more time, effort, and thought into what you're doing. Be like, no, I don't want to. I want to get something with a buzz like this song, but I do not want to keep recreating this song because it's only gonna put people away. I don't want to get in fights no more. I don't want to get in, you know what I'm saying, situations no more. I just want to make music, make money, and live my life. I don't want to go out and talk about things and say things unprovoked for no apparent reason other than to get attention. Because what DaBaby in the most part has been doing is clout chasing for no apparent reason. On his last project, he talks about how he smashed Meg Thee Stallion before she got shot by Tory Lanez. That's clout chasing. Even the whole bashing gay people on Rolling Loud was clout chasing, but it was bad clout chasing because you got bad clout from it. You know what I'm saying? But it's supposed to be quick, but I kind of went on a rant a little bit. DaBaby's not being blackballed. DaBaby, people, he just fell off. Why are people scared to say when an artist that was once popular, people are scared to say that Drake fell off, which I'll say it. Drake fell off. He may still sell records. He's not selling them like he used to. The music isn't as good as it used to be. Drake fell off. DaBaby fell off. It's okay. They got to take that. Me, when I feel like I fell off, mentally, personally, or whatever, guess what I do? I take that and all right, now I got to go crazy. Durk talk about it all the time. Durk say there was a certain point where people was yelling. Even Meek Mill talks about it sometimes. People were saying I fell off. I felt like I fell off. I wasn't making money. I wasn't selling records. Blah, blah, blah. So what they did, they didn't just point fingers. They said, nah, I got to up it. I got to up the ante. I got to go crazy because I'm really trying to get this shit going. And now Durk is one of the biggest artists in the world right now, even though nobody knows where he is. Shout out to Durk, wherever he is. You know what I'm saying? But Durk became one of the biggest artists in 2 years because he just kept grinding. He felt like he fell off. That pumped him up. That's all the baby got to do. Baby got to stop trying to point fingers and say I'm being blackballed and this and that. And other people got to stop pointing fingers and saying that he being blackballed and all that. If you feel like the baby being blackballed, give him the platform to not be blackballed. Meek Mill, if you think the baby being blackballed, take your audience, make a song with DaBaby. Go do a song with DaBaby and stop him from being blackballed. What is stopping you from giving him a song if you feel like he's being blackballed? I'm being honest. If you feel like DaBaby is being blackballed, do a song with DaBaby. That way your audience can tune into DaBaby and he can get some light and some shine. Because Meek Mill is, right now, I feel like Meek Mill is a bigger artist than DaBaby. That wasn't true at one point, but DaBaby is falling so just off that Meek Mill, of course, Meek Mill is kind of a legendary act at this point, but Meek Mill is a bigger artist than DaBaby. So Meek Mill, drop a quick song with DaBaby. If it don't do good, it's either because DaBaby just isn't bringing people in, or because you're not blackballed. You're not blackballed. Meek Mill, Jay-Z said, why would I beef with Meek Mill? I freed that nigga of a whole bid. Jay-Z, one of the most powerful men in hip-hop. You're not blackballed. Make a song with DaBaby. If the song don't perform like it's supposed to, either you're right, he's blackballed, but you're not blackballed because it's your song with DaBaby, or people just not fucking with DaBaby. And it's okay. You fell off. It's okay. But anyways, that's enough. I'm out. Too sweet. Deuce.